I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be.
Hey guys, your good buddy Eric from the Action Toys channel, and well, today, this video is going to be me showing you how I mock things up. And since I got a new pair of these calipers in, it's going to be a lot easier. So, you're going to need a caliper, a book, a pen, and an original piece of whatever you want to mock up a design for if you're making replacement parts. So, in today's video I have one of these. Now these are the free Nazcor He-Bands you can get from like Thingsverse and Cults 3D and stuff like that. These are made out of the printable TPU or the bendable TPU rubber stuff. And here, these are He-Bands. Yeah, okay. So there's a difference in size here, like a big difference in size. Okay, and it's just enough to make it so this one is harder to pull through. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take some measurements, write them in my book. A book that my wife generously gave to me because I had nothing to write in. Okay. Alright. Alright, so we've named our book Stuff to Make. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so we do have this. This is very close to an original. It's obviously injection molded, but I'm gonna take some measurements of this. So we got He-Bands. I'm gonna take a. Okay, so I'm gonna draw up what the spots that I want to take measurements of. First one is I'm gonna go like this, just like that. Okay, what I want is the height here. Okay, and then I'm gonna want a picture of it. I want to know what it is going through here, and then I'm going to want to know how long the band is in there. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to be able to make this on Tinkercad, and doing up a quick drawing like this, getting the measurements, it's your first step if you want these. Okay, I'll get my buddy over here, this giant foot soldier, to help me out holding my page down. Okay. And I got a brand new set of calipers. There. I will make a sleeve for that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're gonna zero that out. So you now see that this is 0. Okay, so the first one I want is this right here, just the fat part. And that's 8.9 millimeters. Yep. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna come over to our book. Yep, so 8.9. Huh? 9 millimeters? We're gonna go with 8.9 millimeters. Okay. .2 millimeters. 4.2. All right. Oh, I almost guessed that right on. Okay. And some people said that these are, I feel like they're a little loose. 26.2. So this is 26.2 millimeters. Okay. Key band measurements. Alright. Now we'll put this off to the side. I want to grab this one's in pretty buff shape. Buff shape. It's in buff shape, guys. It hasn't been cleaned up yet. TPU it is stretch, so I guess if you really wanted to get this to work, it would not be the biggest problem. So I'm gonna put this back to 0. Thank you. Now we're gonna go. I think the guy that put this up is German or Russian. I can't remember, but it's labeled Nezucor. Yeah. So I printed these ones out going a little on the fast side, so they didn't turn out the greatest. As you see, they could use a acetone misting. Next one is, I'm gonna call these the Nezucor bands. Okay, so I'm gonna want the these are a full actual circle versus the circle. Because this one just gives me the radius of how big the circle. When I put the ball down, it'll have to be that by that. That's it. Cut the top up, throw it down. Okay. All right. So this one's 5.9. So already there is a giant difference. 5.9. Uh, 9.4. Whoop. Okay, so there's already a huge difference in just the heads on these. So people are having issues with these. The free Nezucor bands you can get on like Thingsverse and Calls 3D. Okay, there's already a big difference in just the head size. It's 1.7. Yeah, 1.7 is the difference in this one, and well, just a little under a point, but it's still enough to make it hard to get through the leg holes. All right, now for this other part. And that is 22.4. So, one second, and I better do the for the thing here. Now I gotta just pick a better spot. 4.1. 4.1. These are in millimeters, by the way, so I'll just make sure people realize that. Okay. Oh, well, he got that right. 4.1 and 4.1. So the difference in these is that these are shorter and the head is not perfectly designed like you would want them to be. So here's the measurements for you guys if you want them. He bands, there's the measurements for those if you want to make your own. I would probably bring this down to point or just 26 millimeters the length, because they are, some people are saying they're a little on the loose side. The way I get mine to stay nice and solid is that I heat them up before I put them in, I stretch them out, and then as they go in hot, they will shrink a fair bit, and that will tighten everything up. It'll just be a way better result. So heat up your legs, pull them all apart, heat them up again, put one head in, thread it through, heat it up again, put the other head in. It's got a lot of water, hot water involved. So that is your biggest, if that's your biggest pet peeve, that you don't want to get wet, you don't want to make your workspace gross and wet or whatever, then get these ones, because these ones are well, they do fit. The head is big and it wants to pop out when you put it in, but you know, if you heat it up, it'll heat this up and the leg up, they will go together, and I think they'll stay together. I've got a custom made figure that when I make customs I use these, but if I'm gonna do a restoration project I use these, because these are this is my way of saying, hey, serious about this restoration, I want to get this as close to factory as I can. These are whatever, you know. But I am going to be making my own with slight differences. I'm going to be changing some of these numbers up just so life is a little easier. Whatever. Okay, that's just my drawer for like leg bands and stuff. So I designed these. They go on the Remco War Beast / Lost World of Warlords. So it just holds a lot of my bits and bobs, my connectors, neck pegs, hand pegs, Beast Warrior replacement parts, projects I still have to finish, like this, putting all the fingers back on this hand. This is an extra arm I 3D printed. Yeah, you know, it's just my bits and bobs. Yeah. Alright guys, that's our video for today. Hopefully you found it useful. Again, here are the nut measurements if you want to be able to design your own key bands. So I'm pretty sure if you just swapped out this measurement and this measurement, these Nescore bands would be pretty good. But for the Nescore, if you want to put them on, it's just a lot. Heat everything up. I always say heat everything up with hot water because it works out. So this is to help the toy community if they want to be able to make their own he bands. So you know that you need to get a circle. You can go to Tinkercad, cut the head in half. It needs to be a height of 4.2. You know that its diameter has to be 8.9, and you know that the shaft has to be 26.2 millimeters long and at a diameter of 4.1 millimeters. There you go. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I'm going to be designing my own, and I'm having some fun with messing around with the 3D prints and the other stuff. Alright guys, until next time, as always, stay awesome.